Well, as you can see, I have got the Sea-Doo configured for camping. No, I'm not going on a camping trip on this particular trip, but I am kind of getting it ready for a camping trip so that when I get the right weather conditions, a couple of days maybe of low wind, nice and sunny, not too much rain, I'm ready to go. So what I've done is just kind of loaded up the Sea-Doo, and I thought I'd give you a look at this just before I take it all off for a trip that I'm going on tomorrow, because I'm not camping tomorrow. But I want to show you this is the setup that I use for camping. I've got an Ortlieb bag here that I keep all my tent, sleeping bag, pillow, all of the sort of sleeping bag stuff that I use for the tent, the ground tarp and all of that is in this Ortlieb bag. And it sits really nice right on the back here. It's strapped down with just a couple of these rock straps. I just find a place to hook them into some of the little holes that are in the back deck here. It's got kind of little clips, and I just hook it in there, then hook it in on the back of the seat up here. Of course, the back seat is already off, so that just sits there pretty good. I've used this a couple of times like this, and it works pretty good. It sits pretty solidly there. I've never had a problem with that. If you weren't taking as much stuff as I've got configured right now, say you didn't have the cooler, you could turn this bag lengthways, and it would be even more stable on there. But this seems to work. With the back seat off, it just seems to sit there really nice. Then the cooler here, I've got it facing frontwards so that I can access it from sitting on the seat on the Sea-Doo. Then on the back here, I've got just this little travel case back here. What I can also do, if I want, is I can put the gas can back here. That, what is it, 17-liter gas can? I can put that on the back here, and then this will fit on top of the link system on top of the gas can, and it can sit on top. I've got a couple of these bags. These are just bags I ordered off of Amazon from a company called, Earth Pack. One's a 20-liter. I've got another one exactly the same color. That's a 30-liter. And I just clip those right onto the seat here. You just twist them over. They're completely waterproof, and I clip them onto the seat. The only issue with this is that if the gunnel fills up with water a bit and you gun it and you want to shoot the water out, this is sitting right down on the bottom, and it doesn't really allow the water to shoot out. So just got to be conscious of that is kind of getting in the way of the water being able to shoot right out of the back of the Sea-Doo. But I've got two of them, a 20-liter, and then I clip a 30-liter on the other side. It just gives me lots of storage. It's out back sort of far enough. It's not in the way of my legs, and that works just fine. I've got another bag here. It's a waterproof bag, and I just don't quite know how to attach this yet. It's a bag. It's like a cooler bag, but I don't know where I can actually put that. I'm looking at some options for maybe tarping that in with a strap or rope. It just doesn't sit real well in the gunnels, but it does sit there pretty good. And then the other thing I've got is just my camping gear for, you know, the dishes, knives and forks and stuff like that. And I just put that right in here. Now, the nice thing about this one is it sits a little bit higher up off the floor. It's not sitting right down on the deck, so that the water can shoot out underneath this. And of course, this isn't a waterproof bag, so it just sits right there. And then I just take a piece of rope, tie that into something on the Sea-Doo so that it's connected, just in case it were to bounce out or something like that. Without me being able to see it, I would know that had happened. So I do tie that in. It's pretty solid in there. And then generally speaking, when you get to your campsite, you're taking all of this stuff off anyway and setting up your camp, and then your Sea-Doo is free for you to explore after that. So I just wanted to give you a quick little shot of some of the techniques I use for camping on the Sea-Doo. I'm going to take all of this stuff off now because tomorrow's trip is not going to be a camping trip. I will see you guys in the morning, tell you all about the trip that's coming up for today. Okay, see you in the morning. Okay, pretty much everything loaded up. Good morning, everyone. It's now the next morning, and I'm just getting ready to head out. Sea-Doo is all hooked up, ready to go, and I've got about an hour and 40-minute drive today to get to my destination as to where I'm going, and Sparrow Lake. Sparrow Lake is the destination for today. It's going to be a combination today of lakes and rivers. It's part of the Trent Severn Waterway. We've got two locks to go through today, the Big Swift Rapids lock and the Big Chute Marine Railway lock, which is a very unique lock. I'll show you more about that as we get closer to that. So an hour, 40 minutes to get up there. Got to hit the road. First, I got to get a coffee because it's early. It's not even 7 o'clock in the morning yet, which is early for a retired guy like me. I hate to say it, but it's always nice heading out of town as I see all of that traffic coming in on the 400 series highway from the north into the city. Everybody heading into work this morning, just kind of bumper to bumper on the other side of traffic heading in. as I head out of the city. I don't mean to rub that in or anything, but yeah, it's kind of a good feeling to be heading out during the middle of the week while everybody else is kind of still heading into the city to go to work. Well, I have made it to Point Lauderdale Marina. That's the name of the marina that we're going to be launching from today. Make sure if you're coming up here and you're using Waze or Google Maps, don't punch in Fort Lauderdale. It's Point Lauderdale. It will cost you a lot more money in gas if you put in Fort Lauderdale. It's about an hour 45 it took me to get up here. And what a difference in the price of gas coming up here. I filled up at one of those en route stations on the way up here at $1.43 per liter for regular fuel. 10 kilometers down the road, I saw it for $1.23 per liter. So there's a big difference in the price of fuel between different gas stations. Be aware of that on the way up. Oh, there's Peter right there. He's got his vehicle and Sea-Doo already in the water. This is Greg here. I don't see Greg, but he's here somewhere. So I think there's going to be 4 of us riding today.
Good morning, Bob.
I see you've got Peter in the water already.
Yeah, we're a little early, but hey, it's good.
Yeah. How long for you to get here?
Hour and 45.
Yeah, I was about an hour 45, hour 50, so we're about the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
So we're expecting Phil today too, are we?
Yes, we are. He'll be here at 9 though.
Okay, so Phil comes all the way from Sarnia, Ontario, which is probably 4 or 5 hours of a drive even before getting here, right? What do you think it is? 5, 6 hours to get here?
No, 4.5 to 5.
4.5 to 5 hours for Phil to get here. First ride for him with us in the Sea-Doo Tours riding group, so Phil should be here shortly. This is the nice thing about riding with the Sea-Doo Tours riding group is you've always got some help to put your Sea-Doo in the water. Somebody can back it in. I can just sit right here on the Sea-Doo until we get into the water and then just start it up and drive it right off the trailer. There we go. Well, I think I'll start off with short pants today, just a pair of shorts on, and just see how that is. It's about 19, 20 degrees, I think, right now. Water looks fairly calm right now. I think we are going to have a little bit rougher this afternoon, but it won't be too bad. And as I said earlier, for the most part, we're going to be on a lot of rivers and canals today. So there's going to be 4 of us riding today, which is perfect. That's a good-sized group. Nothing wrong with that. That's easy to manage. And we probably will need to get fuel maybe at the far end, or maybe not. We'll see how that goes. Might be able to go all the way there and back with no fuel. So we got to cross the lake here, Sparrow Lake, and then from the other side of the lake, we're going to hit the Trent Severn Waterway system. Here we go. Love all this rock all the way along here. Makes it for a nice, pretty ride. And it's just nice to have these little kind of cliff walls along the side of you, all this granite rock. Beautiful. So we are now officially in the Trent Severn Waterway system, and today we're going to go through two locks. We have Swift Rapid Lock, which is the first one we're going to be going through. That's the one with a really big drop in it. And then we're going to go through the Big Chute Marine Railway Lock, which is, if you haven't seen it in some of my past videos, you're in for a bit of a treat because it's quite a unique lock. It's the only one of its kind like it in North America. We're going to go across that today as well. We are still on non-summer hours as of the time of this video with the lock system on the Trent Severn. So the lock shut down at 3:30 in the afternoon. That means we have got to be back at the last lock we have to go through by 3:30. If you're not, you get stuck on the other side, and that's that. So we're going to really have to watch the clock a little bit later on in the afternoon. Summer hours, I think, start the 20th of June. Always like to point this thing out here. This is a rope swing right off of this tree up here. Hydro Glen rope swing. This is really cool. There's a ladder. You can kind of climb up there, and then you get the rope. I don't know how you get the rope back. I guess you got to pull it back to you somehow, and then you swing off of there out into the water and let go. Never done it. Never seen anybody do it, but I seem to always point it out when I go by. All right, better catch up. You can see I feel a little more safe about this camera up here now. All three cameras, really. I've got a cord, a little wire cable connecting all three cameras, so they're all kind of tied together. If any one of them were to break and break loose, they wouldn't go anywhere. They just fall down to the side of the Sea-Doo there a little bit, but they would stay attached to the Sea-Doo, which makes me feel a lot better now. So yeah, that's just something I've done over the last week or so, is put those wires across and just attach all three cameras to the Sea-Doo. That's a spot we have stopped for lunch once or twice. It doesn't look like it's open for the season yet. Wabak. Great place to kind of pull in, have lunch right on the patio right along there. Pretty little spot. But I don't think they're open yet. They're probably open soon for the season. It's maybe just a week or two early yet. Time for cruise control. Little marina over here on the Trent Severn. It's called Tamarack. Looks like you can get gas there if you need it. I got to remember to keep pulling those sleeves down a little bit on my arms, even though I've got suntan lotion on. I don't want to get burnt. I did have a little bout of skin cancer on that arm there. I think I told you about it last summer. They had to do a little bit of skin removal out of that arm a little bit. It healed up really nicely. They put a couple of stitches in, took out a chunk of skin and got it all, but it was just minor. But yeah, just being out in the sun a lot. And again, you can see I often do that, kind of pull up the arm, but I've got to keep those down a little bit more to keep the sun off the arms. Another little marina right over there. If I remember right, they've got good ice cream there, that Kawartha ice cream. We've pulled in there in the past and gone up and had an ice cream cone. And there's the second railway bridge right there.
Oh, oh, such a sunny day. Nothing's in our way. Take my hand and we'll get lost together. There is always something new and a million things to do. I want to explore the world with you. For pretending the dark clouds disappear. You could take me anywhere, anytime you call, I'll be there. Oh, oh, such a sunny day where nothing's in our way. Take my hand and we'll get lost together.
I hope I didn't get him wet.
And a million things to do. I want to explore the world with you. So close, but just the thought of you, I know I'm not alone. Oh, oh, such a sunny day where nothing's in our way. Take my hand and we'll get lost together. There is always something new and a million things to do. I want to explore the world with you.
This is the entrance to the very first lock we have to go through today. This is Swift Rapids Lock on the Trent Severn Waterway, and this is the one with the really big drop. There's a long way down in this one. I think it's almost 50 feet is the drop. Okay, let's go up to the lock office and just see what a pass is going to cost. Every year I buy like a 7 pass or something like that, but generally I never use them all, so maybe I'll just buy one or buy on a per occasion basis. I also think that I read online and that one of my subscribers informed me that there's a reduction in the fees for parks, federal parks this year. There's no cost to visit federal parks, no cost to visit historic sites, marine conservation areas, anything kind of run by the federal government. Even camping is reduced by about, I think, 25%, and there's a reduction in the fees for the locks as well. So kind of the federal government trying to encourage Canadians to stay home and spend their summer in Canada this year. There's a reduction in fees, so we'll see what it is here. Where the heck is it? Is it up here? I think it's in here. What's the deal?
It's free next week. Starts 20th, I think this Friday.
What the heck? We should have come Friday.
So there's a full cost today,
Price now, right?
but as of the 20th of June to September 2nd, locks are free.
That's correct.
Wow.
Yeah, that's great.
Anywhere? Oh.
The federal government wants us to stay home this summer. And, as of June the 20th, you guys, if you're using the Trent Severn Waterway, which is run by Parks Canada, it will be free this summer. There will be no charge to use the locks this summer, starting the 20th of June, which is, of course, not today. It's a few days from now. Not the cleanest of water in the lock, a little bit of sludge, pollen. So I'm going to pull up here, so we'll have two on this side, two on the other side. I'm going to try and hold the Sea-Doo off the wall so it doesn't kind of rub or scrape going down. I can kind of keep my hand on it, but then my hand's going to get all gunked up from all the grubby stuff that's on the side of these walls. This, by the way, is lock 43 on the Trent system. Then there's lock 44, which is the big Chute Marine Railway lock, and then the very last lock would be 45, I guess. That's the one at Port Severn that takes you into Georgian Bay. Hello! Hello! You're so far down on these walls, there's a bit of an echo down here. I think they have a little bit of a power hydro generation system in place here at this lock. Or do they? Yeah, they do. There's a bit of a dam kind of right over there, and I think they generate some hydroelectricity here. It's also one of the more isolated locks on the Trent Severn Waterway system. I think the guy said it's about a 13-kilometer sort of backcountry dirt road. It takes them about an hour to get in here by vehicle. They usually just come in here by boat, so it's one of the more isolated locks. So you can see it moving right now. It's coming down into the water here. I guess the guy has seen us pull in here. And that thing there is going to come
into the water. All the personal watercrafts can pull up to the front until you touch bottom.
Okay, little announcement from them. This is going to come right down into the water here. We're going to drive right up onto it with our Sea-Doos, and they'll kind of tilt over to the side a little bit once we get onto the wood platform there. And then it'll take us down across the road to the other side and drop us back into the water. Really quite a unique system. So the restaurant we're going to is right over there. And you know what? I think it is open. Looks like that patio is open to me. Guys are all tying up over there, so it must be open. It's opening at noon?
11:30, I think.
It's 11:30 now, or a few minutes from 11:30. Close enough. What a beautiful lady and a beautiful spot for lunch.
Beautiful day. Yes.
Good to see you.
Smells good.
What did she say? How did she say you pronounce this?
Gyro.
No.
Gyro.
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 I'm calling it a gyro, and it's a gyro. It's kind of a meat lamb dish. With what did you have? You had the chicken wings, chicken fingers, little pizza, and Greg's on a diet today. Nothing for Greg.
Yes, I am.
What did you order?
Nothing.
Oh, you had something. What'd you have?
Chicken.
Yeah, they've got. They're still running around the parking lot trying to catch the chicken. Well, that is lunch at a place called The Grill, and I think I'm going to once again wrap it up right here, guys, because we have to kind of hurry back to get to the lock. We got to be there by about 3 o'clock in order to go through by 3:30, because that is the last lock until they hit the summer season, which starts June 20th. By the time you're seeing this, they'll probably be into summer season. So just a quick little run today with 4 of the guys from the Sea-Doo, 3 of the guys and myself from the Sea-Doo Tours riding group. Sparrow Lake up the Trent Severn River through a couple of locks. Kind of a fun day. The weather has been great today. Nice temperature. Sun's been out all day, so it's been really kind of nice. So thanks very much, guys, for coming along on this Yukon bot video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, by the way, for all of the views I've been getting lately. I mean, I have never got this many views this quickly. I think there was 10,000 views on the Lake Ontario video that I did, and then another 8,000 views in 72 hours on the Muskoka video. So you guys have really been clicking in and seem to be enjoying some of the videos. So thanks very much for that. I really appreciate it. Makes all the work that I put in worthwhile. We'll see you on the next one. Till then, stay safe in the water, and bye for now.